So then a penalty. Man, tell us, one penalty, 3 points. One penalty, 1 goal, 3 points. 1 goal, 3 penalties. No, 1 penalty.
Sanbonani, and welcome to another exciting episode of Weekend Football Predictions on Thursday. Precious Lerara all the way from Matatia, and this is your home of football and predictions. Today on our show, we have an interesting person for you guys to meet. He is a former Kaizer Chiefs player, and he also played for other amazing teams, and today he's going to be giving us all the cleat and claim about his life in football and his life now. So Lucas will be doing the interview, but please do not forget to engage with us on all our social media platforms. We are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and YouTube. Please go there, like, share and subscribe.
Yes indeed, today we have, he doesn't want to be called a legend, but I call him a legend. He doesn't want to be called a legend. A former Kaizer Chiefs player, a former Ajax Cape Town player, a former Bloemfontein 6 player, and none other than Dominic. How you doing, my brother?
I'm great, thank you.
I'm good. Look, it's nice to see you, and you're looking very healthy, eh?
Yes, I am healthy. I'm trying to look after myself after my playing career. It's not easy to be on the field and training and on a daily basis, and just after your career, you're not training like you used to do anymore. So you need to eat healthy and look after yourself. That's what I'm trying.
I like the word when you say healthy. I've been trying to do that. It's very hard. I can imagine as a player, you've been eating healthy during your playing time. Even now, you're still looking after yourself so you can look good.
Yes, confession, I used to eat whatever I wanted to eat, but with a small portion. Yes, and I knew because the following day I was going to train hard, So, yeah, that's lots of sleep. That was my thing. I slept a lot. I slept a lot. During my playing days, I slept a lot.
Yeah. Okay, guys, up in Makaya, today, like as we always promise that we always deliver the best, and today we have none other than Dominic Isaacs. I'm sure you all know Dominic, but you know what? Let me not talk on his behalf. He's here. Let him tell us exactly, Dominic, who's Dominic Isaac? Like, if someone doesn't know who's Dominic Isaac, where were you born?
Dominic Isaacs is the son of the late Jeffrey Isaacs and my mother that's still alive, Patricia Isaacs. I was born and raised in Cape Town, on the Cape Flats. I'm a normal human being. I do normal things, and yes, I attended school in Mitchell's Plain. I was into soccer at a very young age. I think at the age of 6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
6, 7, I was already into soccer. But before that, I was just kicking around.
Yeah.
I joined a soccer club, soccer, education, school work. And then, eventually I was selected to go to Gauteng, 95, to School of Excellence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. School of Excellence. So I moved my way up to the professional ranks.
Yeah, you know what is fascinating about the career, especially if someone is saying it's from Cape Flats. We all know Cape Town for Cape Flats,
yes,
for violence and everything, and etc. And you here, and there's other players I'm sure that came from the Cape Flats. How is it that as a 12-year-old boy in that area now, whereby you're trying to push your career, at the same time there's school. Remember that time you're not streetwise enough to choose the right from wrong. But how was it? How did you manage to pull away from the gangs and make sure that you do football?
I had a very good idol in my father. A very, very, very good idol in my father. My father was the one that kept me on the straight path.
Oh, okay.
He led by example.
Mm.
He wasn't a drinker, he wasn't a smoker, he wasn't a woman abuser. He never lifted his hands up, he never swore at my mom. So he was a very, very good example for me. Sure. And he was my hero. He's still my hero. And I wanted to follow his path he also had a dream of playing professional football, but because of our country back in the days, he couldn't reach the heights or to become a professional football. So I basically loved this dream for him.
Oh no, that's nice. I mean, that's nice because when we grow up, our parents wanted us to be doctors, to be policemen.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he was a proud father. May his soul rest in peace. Before he passed away, I'm sure he was a proud father to say, "Listen, there's my son, and he's on this path now." Now, in Cape Town, same area where you grew up. Which other players, like icon players now that we have? Because I know there's a lot, but which ones that you can say these are the guys that I remember growing up?
Oh, there's plenty. A few years ago, I compiled a list of players only from my area which was playing.
Sure.
I did a valuation that probably was 60 million. I'm talking about when I grew up.
Yes.
I had Shaim Bobs, Shane Kellis, Rancho Reynolds. They opened the way for us. Then we had in my era Wayne Roberts, the goalkeeper.
Yes.
Munib Joseph, Sean Permel, Shane Pochenpoel, myself, Ricardo Katza, Rudy Isaacs.
For some reason I thought Kaizer was from Kaizer. I think it's because at that time he was
because of
but when you remember his time at Supersport, he was with Abospoli Sokaka.
Yeah.
So I think the mentality was like, okay, maybe they from Mitchell's play.
From Mitchell's playing. There's a long list. Sean Permel. There's a long list of players.
How did you guys get it? Was there any particular person maybe who was making sure that he promotes the players in the area?
No, our junior structure in Mitchell's playing was one of the best in Cape Town. One of the best. We had very, very good competition in our LFA in all age groups.
Yes.
Very, very good. You'll always find back in the days when there was interprovincial tournaments.
Yes.
There'll always be a Mitchell's playing boy that made national teams. Always.
Sure.
Be it Munib, be it Wayne Roberts. There'll always be somebody.
You started at to wear the national colors.
Yes, I was fortunate. I got selected for the under 17 when I was 14. So.
At 14, you played for under 17.
Yes.
And the position? What position?
I was playing at the right back.
Oh, okay. But you still don't want us to. At 17, at 14, been invited to play. Sorry. You can't take it away. Anyway, then you moved from Mitchell's Play, Cape Town. Then you went to Joburg School of Excellence.
Yes.
And then what happened when you get in there?
It was tough. Getting my parents' blessing to allow me to go and live my dream in the School of Excellence was difficult for them. It was difficult for an 11-year-old boy. I was 11 when I left.
Yeah.
To see their son leave. But I had a dream and I was very, very, not stubborn, I was very determined.
You knew what you wanted.
Yes, I was very determined to achieve what I wanted to achieve in life. It was very difficult.
Yeah.
Very, very
What was difficult? Was it them letting their child go to Joburg? Or was it...
It was a whole package, letting the child go to Johannesburg
at a young age.
At a young age. Also, I didn't know what was waiting for me
in Joburg.
Joburg. But the first 2 years was very difficult of the 5 years. I couldn't understand Sizulu, Sotho, languages, and I made friends. I accepted that I needed to interact with the guys more. I needed to sit and watch TV and learn generations, all the stories. and I had to bring 2 or 3 guys very close to me to be my roommates, to teach me some of these things and whatever. And eventually it became nice and whatever. I wanted to come home after the first few months. I wanted to come home. My father was the one that encouraged me, just finish this term. Finish the school term. Finish the school term. Every time we just set goals, finish the school term. But yes, through hard work, and perseverance. I saw fruits when I was selected in the under 17 national team '97. 2 years later,
Yeah.
and then I went.
Then you said, "There's the chance, and I'm gonna grab this chance."
Yes, that's correct.
Sure. Yeah. Look, we all think that if your child or you get selected and you go to the School of Excellence when we grew up, we all look at everyone that goes in, hey, this one has made it, but we never thought of the difficulties when you get in there. And then how many languages can you speak now, the local languages?
No, I understand more than I can speak.
Oh,
I
okay.
understand more than I can speak, so.
Because I heard it the other day, you can speak Zulu.
Yeah, a little bit.
You just spoke Suchi now, just before we...
Yes, you when you join us, but you mix with everybody there.
Oh,
And
okay.
obviously I'm from
Cape Town, just closer.
the one in the FM. I'm from them there. So yeah, I understand more than I can speak.
And obviously Afrikaans, it's...
Yes.
Was Afrikaans your home language or was it English?
Yes, Afrikaans.
Oh, okay. No, but then it's good. I always watch Keegan Dolly. I'm a big fan of Keegan Dolly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you watch his silly things that he does on social media, where the big jeans and he speak. There's Vanek and he says. I think for us, because normally traditionally you find out in South Africa, if you call out, you speak English or Afrikaans. Now seeing him doing those things and people get excited, and I love them myself.
Yeah.
So which is quite good. Now played for under 17, and then how did it happen now? Because you moved to Joburg,
Yes.
and then you find yourself in Cape Town again. How did that move come along?
The move came. Stephen Pienaar opened doors for us.
Okay.
Stephen Pienaar opened doors for us. Stephen Pienaar from School of Excellence, he went direct to Ajax Amsterdam.
Yes, I remember that.
For tryouts. We first went to Leeds.
Okay.
in
Was it that time Khatebe was still at Leeds United?
Yes. He went to Leeds with Lawrence Masigela and then he came back. Then he went to Ajax Amsterdam. He was at Ajax Amsterdam. They loved him there. But they told him, go to Ajax Cape Town on loan and we'll check your progress.
Okay.
So we went to Ajax Cape Town. He did extremely well. We won the Rotmans Cup and eventually they signed him, and yes, that is how we opened doors for other players from the School of Excellence to go to Ajax Cape Town.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
okay. And then you find yourself now signed for Ajax Cape Town.
Yes, that's good.
And the deal, how long was the deal?
No, it was a 3-year deal. I must say I had a lot of friends there, former junior national team players, former School of Excellence mates. I found that we were about 10 to 11 youngsters
Coming from
the
the
development.
Yes.
So we were very strong. We were a unit, a strong unit. The kids of Amalite, they used to call us Amalite.
Malite.
Yes. So that also helped a lot.
That generation, that development.
Yes.
And then, for me, I've known Cape Town as a city that is good with development. If you look at it today, is it still the same?
There's tons of talent in Cape Town. Tons of talent. I sometimes get angry that there's only one NFD team there. I get angry that there's two. Is it two teams? I'm speaking under correction. Cape Town City and
Cape Town City and Stellenbosch.
For a city like Cape Town,
It should have a lot.
It should have a lot. There's so much talent, and the scary part is, talent or not, they won't see the talent, and talent will be wasted.
Yeah, and then Ikamva still exists.
Yes, Ikamva still exists. They still do the same things, but under the name of Cape Town Spurs now.
Oh.
Same methods, same training, same coaches, but it's under Cape Town Spurs.
Because Ikamva was one of the highly respected or recommended development center. And then now you're playing for Ajax. You signed a 3-year deal.
3 years.
3 years,
Yes.
right? Did you play for the entire 3 years? What trophies did you get?
No, I played. I was my first period at Ajax. I was there for 8 years. I spent 8 years.
So you signed for 3 and then you renewed the
Yes,
contract.
renew. So at BP top 8, we lost against Pirates in 2000. That was my first 6 months. Rothmans Cup in December, we beat Pirates. I was part of the team. EPSA, runners-up 2003. Telkom, runners-up 2006. 2007, EPSA Cup winners. And yeah. So
And then during that time now, when you renewed your contract, which group of players that you had?
I saw 3 generations coming through of players.
And you were still there?
I was still there. So there was a lot of players. I played with. I was fortunate. I say I'm fortunate enough to play with a lot of quality players.
Yeah,
A lot of quality players at the time. Yes.
Then the next thing, good. You learned in Joburg.
Yes, I had a coach in Mushine Trugal. They
Yes.
say, that's your father, Baba Wako. I said, I don't have a problem.
Wait, did Mushin coach you while you were still in Cape Town?
Yes.
And then were you that part of that group of players, all youngsters?
Yes.
What's the word the Mushin used to call
Chickens.
it? The chickens.
Yes. So Mushin was there 2006-2007 season. He came.
Yes.
He did extremely well. 2 cup finals in one
I
season.
remember, yes.
No sponsor, no big name players. That season, Sundowns was on fire. Moriri, Torrealba, Chabangu,
Yes,
you
yes,
name it
yes.
there. But we played them 5 times and we beat them 5 times. That
Sure.
was amazing. End of the season, Mushin went to Chiefs. He called me and said, Dominic, I don't normally or usually take players with me, but I want to take you. How do you feel? So I said, Coach, I think I'm ready for the next step in my career. Then a year went on, nothing happened. Ajax were reluctant to let me go. I spoke to the boss's dad, Mr. C, Comitas.
Yes.
So I sat him down. I said, Mr. C, I think I've done what I could at Ajax. It's time for me to take the next step to my career. Please speak to John to release me, to let me go.
Yeah.
And then eventually happened like that. And yeah, Bobby came and John spoke, and then I ended up enjoying as well.
Now, you're at Kaizer Chiefs. You play now. Your first game at Kaizer Chiefs. Who you played up against, if you still remember, and how was it? Now you change now from Ajax Cape Town. You've won trophies already. You've tasted the trophies now. Kaizer Chiefs, big team. Everyone is telling you, hey, you're playing for Kaizer Chiefs, Soweto teams and so on. And how was it?
It's not a chance for me to play for Kaizer Chiefs. When I say you're too strong, I don't say strong. Mentally, psychologically strong. You walk in the office, you see a banner there. Chiefs have 15 million followers. 15 million. So you need 15 million people will be watching you every week. Your behavior off the field, people are watching you. How you conduct yourself. Now you're at a club which is the best in marketing. You're at a club which they always preach to us is the most powerful brand after the ANC. It's Kaizer Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Most powerful brand.
Yes, that is what they told us there.
Sure.
And you can see, last season, Sundowns won every trophy,
Yes.
but the papers, they were busy with Chiefs.
Yeah.
So you can imagine. But coming to your question, it was a dream come true for me to play for Chiefs. I always admired them, playing in front of a
Full capacity.
Yes. But it was pressure. It comes with pressure.
So every game, it's a win. There's nothing. No, guys, we won last week. We can draw this one.
Brother, I'm telling you, we 2 draws in a row. It's go to the village. It's like there's a cemetery. Everybody's walking with their head down. And I'm talking about that pressure.
Yeah.
That is pressure.
And then Mushin Ejugan, to me, he seemed like one of those coaches that is very hard on players, because you can see him even when he's on the touch line. So, what happened if you guys lose a game? Where sometimes you can lose a game that it was supposed to be an easy game, and then you lose the game. What happened in the dressing room after the game?
Look, I have to say Mushin is for me is one of the best coaches, if not the best coach that have coached me. People shouldn't look at his behavior on the touchline or whatever. That I say that is passion. You can never coach that just sits there
And watch.
yes, his passion is in the game. He was a former footballer as well. He's very educated. He's got a degree in science. He's on the FIFA panel. So you don't get on a FIFA panel in every FIFA tournament and you don't know football, you don't know what you're talking about.
True. Yeah.
So he prepares thoroughly, he studies the opposition, the players and everything. He gives you a breakdown of everything on a Monday morning for the following Saturday. That is what he is. And I've taken a lot of how he goes about his business into my coaching career, So yes, of course he's gonna be a little bit throws his toys out of the court in the changing room, but that is fine. That is fine if you understand the person.
It's part of food. It's part of football.
Yes.
And if you don't want to take that means then you must stop playing football.
Yeah.
Because there's no coach gonna say if you lose and say, no, well done, we'll see next week.
Yeah. No, he hates the word unlucky. You don't say unlucky to Mushin. He hates the word unlucky. But at the same time, everybody's not the same. Not everybody's gonna handle the screaming and the shouting. Everybody's different, whatever. For me, I had a different mentality. You can shout at me, no problem. When we're done here, next week I'm gonna show you.
Yeah.
That was my mentality.
So you got to Kaizer Chiefs and you're playing as a central defender.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And who was your best player or who you played with the most?
I enjoyed playing with Nahayo and Sweswe. That was my normally my partner.
Nahayo.
Yes,
Yes.
Nahayo. Strangely enough, teams, if you're playing in the same position, you don't share a room. You never roommates.
You serious?
Yeah, it's like that. No. But me and Valerie, we always shared a room. We were always roommates. And up until today, we're still close. We're still in contact. He lives in Belgium. And we're still on WhatsApp. We make phone calls, video calls, and whatever. So we build a solid relationship beyond
football.
Yes.
Why then you can't sleep with the? Because I believe if
no, it's just I can't say a specific reason. It's just he's playing in my position. Maybe Africans got different beliefs and whatever. You understand? So yeah, something like that. And whoever you're comfortable with,
you can. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And then there's this thing. You played for under 17. I'm talking about the national colors now.
Yes.
Under 17, under 19,
under 20,
under 20 and under 23.
Yes.
Why not Bafana?
I was I got a call up a few times, 96, 97 with Carlos Alberto Pereira when he was just starting. When he was just starting, he came to watch Ajax games or whatever. But unfortunately, I had a knee injury. I couldn't go to camp, for whatever reason. I had a knee injury. But I made peace with it, South Africa, in my era, South Africa was blessed with quality centre backs. Quality centre backs.
Like so?
Old John is there, Nassif Morris was there, Radebe, Mark Fish, they were still playing,
Aaron McQueen.
Yes, Aaron McQueen and
most of them were playing overseas.
Yes, then you had Abu Fabian Makati also, they are waiting in the wing. Matthew Booth also, they are waiting in the wing. So I have no complaints whatsoever.
But you were happy with these guys. I know them, they're also good as I am. No. So if they get a chance, let them go. I'll support.
No, but my heart is open as a person and as a footballer. I had no problems whatsoever. I was happy with what I was doing for myself.
Yeah. Some people will say differently because, you're quite right. The likes of Nassif Morris, they were playing overseas.
Yes.
I'm not sure if John Mabizel was in overseas that time I was here. The likes of Aaron McQueen, they were playing overseas. So the competition was really tight for your position in particular.
Definitely.
And then while we still talking about Bafana, look at Bafana today. Look at the defense of Bafana. Are you satisfied? You as a defender, I want you now to use those eyes as a defender, not as a coach or as a player, as a defender now. Are you satisfied with the back four?
Me, football defending is not only for defenders, first and foremost. The defending starts from the striker there. It must be difficult for teams to build up and to penetrate you through the midfield and from the strike if your organization is right. Obviously, you're going to have your one-on-one duels and things like that you need to win. But I think so far, Sianda Kulu is leading the back line very, very well. I was always a fan favorite of his. I like that boy very, very much. I think there's a lot of pressure on Bafana. You know, they could qualify for the World Cup, but they'll make one mistake and everybody will jump on them. Yes, and it's not nice. You know, people want to be proud and know that they are loved when they're playing for the national team and things like that. I mean, let's compare the rugby. The rugby guys, they get so much love from the nation compared to the soccer players. We understand.
True.
But we need to sit down and check the whole structure if it's right, because you know what happens when a bone grows. It's not right. They break it to fix it. You know, we there's something we're not doing right. There's something we are not doing right.
So now, Bafana has qualified for the Africa Cup of Nations after a very long time. And the very same coach that we've been saying things about, he took the team now to Africa Cup of Nations. If you look at the team, you look at the coach, you look at other teams, the likes of Morocco, the Algeria, the way they play, the Ghanaians, do you see us going there to compete? Or do you think we're just going there to add numbers?
My brother, I'm saying for a very, very long time, South Africans, us, we've been undermining ourselves. I think we've been undermining ourselves. For the mere fact that all these countries got players that plays in Europe and top teams and whatever, but we've been undermining ourselves a lot. Yes, we need players to play in the top European leagues, but I think we can hold our own in this. I mean, we played against Morocco in Morocco.
Yeah.
Morocco went on to play in the semi-finals of the World Cup, and we gave them a tough time. We should play to our strengths. We're not the biggest, but we are very quick. We're very street smart players. We play quick penetrator football, one-on-one. We can
take them on.
We can take them on.
Because we've got the skill.
We've got the skill. Defensively, organizational-wise, we need to work on that, and then cut out errors, mistakes, and just tactical work, and then we'll be fine. Our players are gifted players.
True. I mean, we've seen that, and someone has, even made a comment and said, if you look at the South African players versus the Brazilians, we're almost the same. So the question was, why don't we? So what do you think of bringing the foreign coaches? Do you think it's a time now? Because why I'm asking this question, there's a lot of local coaches now that are doing well. Don't you think now is that the right time? Or we still need to bring another foreign?
Now we are our own worst enemy. We had Pizzo here. We didn't give Pizzo time and space for work. We fired Pizzo immediately after we didn't qualify for something or whatever.
I think it was Nations Cup, yeah.
We had the best. Pizzo is regarded as one of the best.
Yes.
Now we have a foreigner. Now we still complain. What do we want? Honestly, what do we want? We need to get a coach with a plan that suits us, understands the players, the culture, and work towards a goal. It's a shame, touching on that our junior national teams are not being taken serious by our federation.
I wanted to come to that.
Yeah.
As someone who played for juniors, the national teams, what do you think now? What is going on? I mean, if you ask me, I only heard that the coach has been fired, but why? What has he been doing all along? Where is under the junior teams? Where's under 23, under 19? Where's under 17?
Sometimes when you take over organization, you don't scrap everything.
Yeah.
You check at the good things that is happening and that has been working, and you continue with it.
Yes.
My opinion. Before, let me give you an example of when we got into the under-17 national team. There was a 3 or 4 year plan. I was 14 years old. They only selected 1982s in 2007 for the under 17. So there was a clear plan. Our sponsor was Coca-Cola.
Yes.
So Coca-Cola gave SAFA a budget of preparing those boys for the next 2-3 years.
So that when they get to that age 17,
they are, they're ready. So we were in camp. Before I was 17, 18 years old, I played on each and every continent. Thanks to SAFA, back in the day, and Coca-Cola.
You played every continent?
In every continent, and together with the School of Excellence.
Sure.
Went to New Zealand, played at Schools World Cup in Italy with School of Excellence. We won the KFC Cup. Went to America, played for School of Excellence in the St. Benedict's tournaments in New Jersey. Went to Uruguay, played 2 friendly games there. Went to Argentina, played friendly games there.
You traveled the world.
Before I was 17, I was lucky enough.
Sure.
So that is a plan. The Olympic squad of 2000 that Sheikh Mashaba took to the Australian Olympics, they had a 5-year plan. Now, when it comes to us now, currently, we're playing next month. They're only busy a month before to select a team and do their work. They must give the coach time. With all that, you can't tell me we don't have the money. We have the money. I'm going to tell you why we have the money. Last year, the NIC members each got 500,000 as a bonus. Each got 500,000 as a bonus. There was a big uproar. There was about 20 of them. Each got 500,000. That is people that don't play soccer. They're just getting bonus because they're on the SAFA NIC.
Yes.
But our national teams, they're not getting the financial support they were supposed to get.
The ladies just won the Africa Cup of Nations.
And now there's an issue with money. I don't know if it's true or it's been solved, but it's a question that you need to ask yourself. Now, how serious are we really?
But what do you think of politics? Is there any, is it a sabotage or is it politics that stop things from happening?
I think the problem is when there's fighting amongst individuals inside the organization. Yes, in an organization that's affecting the main stakeholders, which is the players.
And if we can fix that, I can tell you, and I agree. Like you made an example, we went to Morocco. We gave Morocco a hard time. Morocco went to play the semi-finals in the World Cup. Where was Bafana at home watching? And that means the skill is there, but the problem is how we manage. As you said, at age of 14, you played for under 17, because the plan was when you get to 17, you need to outplay everybody who will be playing with you. So now we had a plan to, was it 2030?
2023. Was it 2022 for the Qatar World Cup?
Yes. And then we didn't even make it. And then if you look at that, even today, I haven't seen change, to be honest. On my side, I haven't seen change. But that's Bafana. Politics or sabotage, which one?
Individual fighting. I don't know under what that falls, but individual fighting, it's a big problem. What are they there for? Are they there for personal gain? Or are they there for the growth of football?
Let's leave Bafana. Let's go back to Kaizer Chiefs. Nowadays, at Kaizer Chiefs, F&B is packed. You play the game, and then next weekend there's a derby. You play derbies, and there's a derby coming. This is Monday. Do you get something special like counseling, or is any special treatment on a certain player? How do you guys prepare for the derby?
Look, both teams have quality players.
Yes.
With derby, people brought individuals. Kune, Tekomodise, Shaba, Yeye, Nengomashe, Individuals, they look at the team and say, who are we going to come and watch? So it was like that. I don't like to compare. Nevertheless, to your question, no, derby was a very special week. You won't find anybody injured. Everybody wanted to be part of the derby, you know. Growing up, all the players from Johannesburg also wanted to be part of the derby.
Yeah.
You know, so it was very, very tough. There's a different feeling everywhere when it comes to derby. You go and get new boots. You go and ask the kitman, hey, I need new boots. It doesn't matter, so he'll give you a new boots
Because it's a derby.
It's a derby. You just have to win against those guys.
Now, what happened if you play this week? Because what we used to hear, and even, I think it still happens even now, they will tell you that if Chiefs and Pirates are playing on Wednesday and the derby on Saturday, chances are those players, they don't tackle enough. They're not being hard. They play soft football because they don't want to be injured.
No, I don't think it's like that. You know, it's one game at a time. It's you give your best for each and every game. You respect the game.
But Dominic, you play today's Wednesday, and then Saturday it's a derby.
There's no guarantee. If I don't perform on Wednesday,
You might not even
yes, I might not even get selected for.
So you still have to perform on this game.
For sure, you have to go all out. That's your work. That's what you've been paid for.
Now it's Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Yes,
You're coming out of the tunnel.
yes.
Just to come and see the ground, and I mean, 90,000. You played against teams before, what, at Ajax, against Sundown, against Orlando Pirates. Now you're wearing the Kaizer Chiefs colors. You're coming out of that tunnel, and it's your first derby. How was it? I mean, the feeling on its own.
No, it was.
Is it nerving?
No.
You have too nervous of the game?
I couldn't be too nervous. I wasn't a nervous person. I was concentrating on what I had to do. It was a job for me. You know. But coming to your question, a day before the derby, we're training at Neto Arena.
Yes.
You'll find taxis from Kugule to Eastern Cape already coming to watch our training sessions. So now we must say to ourselves, these people have sacrificed a lot to come and watch us. They're traveling.
So just to watch the training so that they can be ready
for the day. They'll sleep in the taxis. They'll sleep anyway just to be ready for the next game. And that is how now you appreciate playing for Chiefs. And now you say, wow, this is big.
Sure.
Yes, big.
So now you can see tomorrow's going to be
This is big. You can't
busy day in the office.
You cannot disappoint these people. You must not disappoint these people. Not at all.
And then now you're coming out now, it's 3 o'clock, the game is about to start. You're coming out of the tunnel. And then as you come out, and then you know they go crazy, especially the Chiefs fans. I mean, against Pirates. Chiefs might say something in Pirates, and then you come in there. At that moment, when you get into the turf, you don't feel like a little bit.
No, you've done your preparations during the week.
You know exactly what you're going to do.
Said your prayers. Nature must take its course.
And then your job now just to go there and do what you've been practicing the whole week.
Clean sheet, win your one-on-one duels.
Have you ever lost in a derby?
Yes, I've lost in a derby.
And how was it? Who was the coach? Was it Mushin?
Mushin was a coach. There was a couple of derbies. I can't remember. Vivi was a coach. I only played under 2 coaches at Chiefs, Mushin and Vivi. I've lost a couple of derbies. I've won a couple of derbies as well, you know. So.
And then let's leave the server and you lost because definitely I don't want to see Mushin or Vivi in that change room after you've lost in a derby. But on the derbies that you won, the players immediately when they enter the tunnel.
No, it's obviously it's something big. There's history behind that game, you know.
Yeah.
Our chairman used to come to us and explain to us what it meant to play in a derby. You know, people have lost their lives. You know, when this team was formed and things like that, and you need to take that into consideration as well, you know, when you go out on the field of play. And of course, when you've won the game, then I'm just let me go home and relax now because it's a lot. Leading up to the game, it's a lot. You must have big shoulders if you want to be edge.
But you said at the beginning, you have to be strong, not physically, but mentally, yes. Now we played for Chiefs, and then your contract ended at Kaizer Chiefs.
No, it never ended. So they terminated the contract. They released me in 2012. I don't know why, but nevertheless. Then I went to Soweto.
So Lila Sama said,
Yes.
and at that time I remember it was Siwele.
Yes.
It seemed like you had fun in football. Wherever you were, those years that you spent, you enjoyed. It seemed like you enjoyed every team you played for.
No, I enjoyed. I can put out your side without being arrogant. Everything that I went to, I won a trophy.
Oh, wow, that's nice, man.
Everything pays off to 100%.
So then you still don't want us to call you a legend.
No.
Okay, let me ask you this. Dan Clayt.
Yes.
Is Dan Clayt a legend or not?
No, he's a legend. He can be classified as a legend. He won the PSL on numerous occasions, and that doesn't happen
To any player.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then now you feel that okay, you're done with the PSL. You went to Royal Eagles.
Yes.
Is that the normal exit of the professionals?
Look, not all professionals have control of how their careers will end. Some end very, very sad.
Yeah.
Some end with some dignity, but most don't end with sad how they end. You think Gutierrez was a good player, he was a good servant to the game, he was never in the papers for wrongdoings and whatever, and all of a sudden, poof, football picks you out like that. You understand? Nobody cares about you anymore. But nevertheless, I had a nice, peaceful retire last season at Royal Eagles as well, which didn't end the way I wanted to end. But I was at the Royal Eagles and I was a club captain there, and I enjoyed my time at the Royal Eagles.
That's good. It's good that, from the time we started talking, what I'm hearing is that you enjoyed football. I mean, everything that you've done, everything that you've played for, you enjoyed in the team, and your football career has been good. And then today, me and you sitting here talking, and then as of now, I'm going to call you coach. No, but Dominic, now you're the coach. Tell me which team you're coaching and how long you've been coaching and what are your plans?
I'm currently coaching Kubani Classic in the Durban Motsepe League.
Yes.
Done extremely well. I came in January. We've done extremely well. As I speak now, we're on top of the log. As I speak now, there's still cases pending.
Yes.
We know in Kaizer how things work here in the Motsepe League. But I started coaching 2018. I started with under 18 boys at Houtgate in Cape Town.
Okay.
That is where I started. They also played beautiful football. We won 3 cups in my first season with them. We also crowned Coca-Cola Cup winners. That is the champions, the regional championship.
Yes.
The best team in Cape Town. So I was there as well with him.
So now you learned a lot from your career.
No, I
From your
not everybody. I was fortunate enough. I'm coming to the question. I was fortunate enough to be coached by Steve Popela, Mushin, Augusto Palacios, Michael Ntombela, Kevin Johnson, Sam Mbata. He's a head of Sundowns development. Kevin Johnson as well. Big players. The Dutch people had a big influence in me at Cape Town Ajax as well. Clinton Lawson as well, league winner. He was my coach at Bloemfontein Celtics. Bobby Solomons as well. No need to mention him as well. So there was a lot of coaches. Shakes Mashaba as well. Coached me.
Look, as we go towards the end, but you as a defender, definitely, there is that striker that is always giving you a hard time.
Look, I can't specifically say this striker. There was a lot of quality strikers back in my days. When I started playing football in 2000, professional football in 2000. Now back then, I was playing against people that I used to watch on TV and idolize. Abu Chungu, Mudau,
You played against the Rafael Chuku and
Patrick Ngiza,
yes.
General, you name them, Fox, Silver Fox. Each and every team I played against, I came up. They had quality strikers. You had to be.
So you had to work hard.
You had to work hard. Then later on, Abu AK-47, Kilo Mpela. But for me, the one that was very clever was Surprise Morelli.
Oh yeah.
Very clever. He was strong. He wasn't one of the quickest. He played to his strengths. He could shoot the ball. He had a brilliant first touch. He would want to throw you out into very negative positions where you were comfortable. But I was too clever for that. But he was very smart. Very
You mentioned AK-47.
Yes.
AK-47 is tall. He's tall and he's got a body.
Yes.
And then how was it? I mean, if you have to play against him, maybe either he was at Sundowns or whichever team. I mean, he was a player. How difficult it is to mark a tall and a physique player.
It was difficult, but always difficult to mark big players and things like that. But then you have to sit down and do your homework because you can't play according to his strengths because he wants to feel where you are. So you avoid body contact, that is where anticipation comes in. You have to go
be there first.
Yeah, in front of him and things like that. If you're late, you just try and block a shot. Let him play backwards or sideways, then you've done your job, and not to give space to players like that inside they're lost in your defensive threat.
And then, why I'm asking this question is because when I did an interview with the AK-47, and I asked him, Lehako was doing the interview, and I asked who was the most difficult defender, and then he said it was Happy Jelly. I'm looking at Jelly's body size and I'm looking at this man. I'm like, how could it be?
It's the brain that plays football.
It's been a good interview. I've enjoyed it myself. I think you've opened up. Hey, Lucas, we also do this, and in terms of football. I mean, some of the things I didn't know, but at least today you've enlightened me. And but before we go, what do you have there? Do you have any questions from the social media?
This interview was very eye-opening. So one of the questions that I have is, what do you think is the importance of discipline in upcoming football players? And what's the importance of having a good role model while you are growing up and being groomed?
The importance of discipline. Me, I can honestly say with my own heart, if it wasn't for discipline, I wouldn't have had
From your father?
a 16, 17 year career that I had, a solid career that I had in football. It's very important to have discipline. You need to ask yourself, why are you doing this? What do you want? Who are you representing? You're representing your family. Your family is good. You're doing nonsense, you're not sleeping, you're drinking, you must be behaving, your surname is going to be in the newspaper. Umama wako and your family are praying for you at church, they are asking for blessings in the meantime, you are doing the opposite. So how is God going to bless you? This is the things that I was reminded all the time while I was playing. And up until this day, I still keep the same values. Coming to role models as well. I was fortunate enough. I know many guys don't have fathers or what, for whatever reason. I had a father that was always there and he led the way for me. He was also not a professional footballer, amateur footballer. So he made me want to become a professional footballer because I sat with him when I was watching a Manchester United game and I asked him, do these people work 9 to 5? He said, no, these people are earning, this is their job. And at that moment, everything just switched to me and I said, I want to be a professional footballer.
This is a job.
I get paid to play football. So, yes, I always say the fire has to come within you. You understand? Nobody has to motivate you or push you or whatever the case. Your parents I have no interest in whatever, and you want to go, you do it yourself.
Yeah,
So the fire has to be within you. So yeah, that is my take on it.
And they say that when you are doing something that you love, you don't even feel like you're working.
Yeah, they say, do what you love and get work a day in your life.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite moment in football, in your professional football life? Your favorite moment?
I'm a very, people would say, hey, Dominic, he's dead inside, whatever.
He won so many trophies. You can't remember which one it is, the Rocklands or is it the league?
Me, the first, my debut, when I was just turned 18 years old
At Ajax.
at Ajax. My first season, I played 28 to 30 games, full 90 minutes as an 18-year-old. And the first time,
That's incredible, man.
the first time I donned the national team jersey when I was 14 years old. That was special.
At 14 playing for under 17.
It was special moments.
It is a special moment. It's like that player that Sanders just introduced. Mabena. And you know what was good about it? He substituted Machine. So that thing always gives you, with you as you say, at 14,
Yes.
when the national colors for under 17. That was incredible.
So, do you have any hobbies or interests besides football?
He seems to be serious. This one.
My football is not a job for me. Football
Yeah,
is
it's
my
your
life.
life.
It's my life. As much as I don't want to look, sometimes I lay in bed and I'm like, hey, I think maybe I can learn something.
Yeah.
Maybe I can something, maybe a lesson I can learn something from a game. Any game, be it a disky game or whatever, women's game, I can learn something.
One or two things.
Yeah, but sometimes when I want to switch off, I switch totally off because your brain also needs to recharge.
Yeah.
And did mention you're a good sleeper.
Yes, I I don't play with sleep. I get my 9 hours in. I don't play with sleep. So yeah, that is it. I love to spend time with my family, as well. So yeah.
Dominic, everything like it's so good. I can see that. Remember we started the interview. I said the way you look, you're still maintaining that status when you play. Even today, when I look at you, you can still take the jersey and go play. Yes, you are a coach, but you haven't lost. Some people they gain weight while they're coaching. They gain weight and everything. Give us one thing that is wrong that you've done maybe as a child growing up. Or as a player. Have you ever missed training?
I haven't missed training.
Have you ever come to training drunk?
I haven't done.
So give us one thing that you've done.
In China, chocolate are cool. That's my only weakness.
Chocolates.
Yeah, chocolates. My roommates will tell you, hey, this man doesn't play with chocolates. Yeah, that is it.
So if ever you want to bribe Coach Dominic, like I said, I'm not going to call Dominic anymore now. Coach Dominic, all you have to do, just buy a packet of chocolates. And then, just get over with it. Okay, fair actually. It's expensive. Some of us can't afford. But just buy this chocolate and go see Coach and say, hey, Coach, I got something for you. You got the coach. Don't bring any other things. He will turn you down, believe you me. Any questions you have?
Yeah, that's it from my side.
I think, Dominic, it was a good interview. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time. And we really appreciate it. And look, people from Zata are going to love this one. And you know what's good about this is that it's going to stay there on the YouTube forever. Even our grandkids, we still see that, because, as I was talking you off earlier on that, there are some players that when you try to find information about them,
There's nothing.
it's bad. And then for me, for a country like South Africa where the technology is so big and everybody has technology now, it's phones, it's got this, it's bad to struggle to get the players' information. But I want to thank you so much on behalf of Football Prediction on Thursday. We want to say thank you so much and we appreciate your time. But we're still going to talk because now you're a coach. Next time we're going to be coming to you, you'll be signing in the PSL, you'll be standing on the line, and that headache. The first question I'm going to ask you then, I'll say, how's the job doing? Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much, Dominic. Abimakaya, thanks for following. You know what to do. just click and subscribe, and the show will continue. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.